Guys, how's it going? How's life? My name is Yavian Johnson and I'm bringing y'all another video. Okay guys, so in this video, I will be giving you guys the first quarter empties of 2025. So if you want to see all of the items that I completed, stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay guys, so you know that I usually put my empties in this big bag right here. So let me try and give y'all an overview of what it looks like in here. Okay, so that's basically what's in here. I will say that I'm very proud of the things that I completed in this quarter's empties, especially the body washes, because I was not like allowing the new year to push out the scents that I already was trying to utilize, in winter. I wasn't like, oh, okay, so since it's winter now, or since it's January 2025 now, maybe I should move on to like more fruitier scents and things like that, because usually for Texas, we don't experience cold weather really until really January and like February. So I was like, okay, no girl, you're gonna finish what you're gonna finish and then you're gonna move on to the other things. But right now you're gonna finish everything that you had in your shower from doing that what's in my shower video, the Christmas edition that you did not complete in December. Okay, so that's what I did. And then I started moving on to the different scents that I also wanted to utilize up. And I made a point, if I put it in my shower, if I took it out of my collection and put it in my shower, it is going to be completed. So yeah, and I think that did really well this time around. And also I was very intentional about what products I wanted to use. So let me just start getting into it and showing you guys the products. I do have some products that I completed from out of my project Use It Up for 2025. I told you guys that I want to complete 50 items, but I'm not going to go into detail on those products. I'm just going to show you which of those products I utilized, and then I'm going to move on. Okay, so this is a body mist that came from that project. This is Sweet Petal Pound Cake. As you guys can see, the name of it rubbed off, but this is completed. The fragrance notes on this is Candied Rose, Raspberry Swirl, Frosted Bundt Cake. Then this next one is this body cream. This is one of my last items that I completed. This is Pure Wonder. This is Ice Rosé, Star Jasmine, and Warm White Amber. I also completed Sun Blooms and Suede, which is also one of the last items that I completed through this quarter. This has notes of white raspberry, pink petals, and vanilla cream. I also completed Pure Seduction Golden from Victoria's Secret. This is what this one looks like. Okay, this is Gilded Amber, Magnolia Flower, Pure Seduction. And okay, no, it's Gilded Amber, Magnolia Flower, and it says it's Pure Seduction at a golden hour. Okay, so completed this one, as y'all can see. I also completed the body mist as well as the body cream to Sweet Pea. This is the 2022 version. This is the 2023 version of the body cream. They have notes of sweet pea, sweet pea, watery pear, sheer freesia, luscious raspberry, and soft musk. I completed a body lotion of Magic in the Air. So here is the body mist to the lotion that I just showed you guys. This is Magic in the Air. It has notes of almond flower, sparkling persimmon, white iris with vanilla bourbon, fluffy sandalwood. Okay, this is completed. I also completed Pure Wonder from Bath and Body Works. This I've already given you guys the notes from the body cream that I completed as well. I also completed this Twisted Peppermint Fine Fragrance Mist in the travel size. This was not in my project Use It Up, but literally it was like right here. So honestly and truly, I was confused as to why it was still in my collection. So I went ahead and used it because I had like a mint chocolate routine. I also completed Pear Glacé. This one has notes of sugared pear and dewy melon. As y'all can see, I was really going through my body mist because this is what I was talking about. I was trying to be intentional with what I was using. So like I was getting some body mist out the way, girl. And a lot of these were up to the top. Okay, not completely to the tippy top, but enough juice in it to, if I was like years prior, like last year maybe, it probably would have taken me a whole year to get through the body mist if I wasn't intentional about like actually trying to get it out the way. Okay, so this one is Victoria's Secret Velvet Petals Golden. This is Toasted Almond Radiant Pear, and it of course says Velvet Petals at a golden hour. Now I believe that wraps up like the body mist that I have, but if it isn't, then of course I'll show you guys it again later on, like another body mist later on if I missed it. But let's move on to the rest of my products. I completed the body wash to Pure Peace, which has peony, rose water, pink sea salt, as well as the soothing lotion. Okay, so this one I got like in 2021. This was among the first kind of body washes that I picked up when I start going on my body wash craze. And then I think in 2022 they came out with a lotion. It was either 2022 or 2023, one of those. They came out with a lotion. So this is the very first version of the lotion that they came out with to go with Pure Peace, and I finally completed it. I did not have this like utilized already, as you guys can see, which I'll talk more about in my Project Use It Up video, but most of this was air. I had never used it before, and the rest of it was me using it in and out of the shower. Okay, so I completed those items up. I completed another body wash. This is Suave Springtime in Paris. This is Anjou pears and French vanilla. Someone said that this was supposed to be kind of like reminiscent of Paris Amour from Bath and Body Works, but I don't really feel like they smell all that similar. But I haven't used the body mist of Paris Amour yet, so I guess I'll update you guys when I actually use that to see if that's true. I don't know if they ever came back out with this, but I know in 2021 and 2022 I saw it all the time, but when they updated their packaging, I don't know if they came back with their limited edition scents. Okay, so I use this as body wash as well as to fill up my soap container as well, because yeah, it was time for it to go. That also is my last Suave body wash. Some more body washes I completed. So I'm really proud of myself when it comes to the body wash section, as well as when it comes to the body mist section. Okay, so I have this OGX rose water and pink sea salt. As you can see, there is like a little bit of it rolling down, but I couldn't get it out when I was like using it, so it's not really that big of a deal to me. But if it is for you, then when you have something at this point, put it back in the shower. Okay, but this is an empty to me. I did like that body wash, and maybe in the future I would purchase it again, but I don't want to have a lot of things in my collection. For me not to like rose scents, I felt as though that was decent, but I feel like it's because it wasn't a traditional like rose smell. It was kind of fruity-esque. I don't know, like that's what it was giving me. Okay, so then we have a Dove limited edition winter care body wash. Winter care, no matter how many times they call it limited edition, it's only limited to a season, okay? Because it comes back every single year, so you won't miss out on this ever if you decide, okay, I want to get this winter care version of it. Okay, when I put this in the shower, it probably was like this much full, so I got the rest of it out of my collection. This is one of the body washes that I think I showed you guys in the what's in my shower Christmas edition, but I didn't plan on using this in December. I used what I wanted to use in December, and I'm more so focused on using this for the rest of winter. But I did get this out of my collection pretty quickly. Is this a fragrance that I would pick up again? Probably not, because I'm not in love with how it smells. But you know, it did what it was supposed to do. It was like a Dove body wash, a Dove creamy body wash, but I would try other things before I try winter care again. Here's another Dove body wash that I wanted to complete in winter. This was also in that video that I mentioned earlier with the winter care. This is Snow Blossom. Okay, I completed this in January. Yeah, I've completed both of those body washes in January. This kind of smells like low-key, kind of like a hair product to me. So it wasn't necessarily my favorite smell, but it did what it was supposed to do. Would I repurchase this again? Probably. Would I repurchase this again? Probably not. I probably would try other scents before I even think about trying Snow Blossom again. But that's just my opinion. I also completed a Philosophy White Peach. Okay. Hope you guys can see that. Yeah, a Philosophy White Peach. Okay. No, why am I saying white peach? I completed a Philosophy White Pear. This was a good scent, but I love pear scents, like fruity pear scents. So I knew that I was gonna like it. However, Philosophy is just an okay formula to me. It's more so like just something to buy, like if I'm in and out of TJ Maxx or Marshalls and I just want to pick up a body wash that is something that I don't have in my collection that has like a random name, then maybe I would pick up a Philosophy, but I wouldn't go out my way like I used to hunt these down ever again. Okay, they're cool for what they are though. I completed another body wash and I ended up breaking the little top, not when it was in my shower but afterwards. That like makes it close. This is a Native body wash that I think came out in 2022. It is mint cookie cupcake. Okay, yeah, it's mint cookie cupcake. So I was using the residual of my Twisted Peppermint fragrance mist from Bath and Body Works with this to kind of like get this out of my collection. I didn't mind this scent actually. So yeah. Would I repurchase this again? If I ever saw it, which I don't know they'll ever bring this back out, maybe, but like there's so many other scents that I would pick up before I pick up another gourmand. I know what I like, and it's not really gourmand scent, so I don't foresee myself like picking up like this again because I've tried it already. Plus it was kind of like more minty fresh than it was like chocolate. The chocolate will come in here and there, but not a lot. But that could be because I used it like almost 3 years later, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, and I think this is my last body wash that I completed. This is a 6 fluid ounce of the Philosophy Sweet Vanilla Fig. Now I actually do like this scent. Sometimes I do feel as though this scent can lean kind of picklish because I now have it in the perfume. But I do like the scent. Okay, would I repurchase it again in body wash form? Probably not, but it did what it was supposed to do. I used this also when I went out of town, so because I felt like it was a good size. But you know, it is what it is. I did my like quick counts of my body washes that I completed throughout this time, and it looks like I completed about 8 body washes throughout the 3 months, which is pretty good because I had been struggling to complete like 5 to 6 body washes for the last like few empties. That's because I have been slacking. So then we have another Method body lotion. This is the hydrating one, and it's in Simply Nourish with notes of coconut, rice milk, and shea butter. Now, I don't know if my nose has changed, but I remember really liking the body wash. But this one, this lotion, it gave me very much salty rice. Like, I don't know how I feel about this lotion. So, well, I do know how I feel about the lotion. I don't like it. So I wouldn't repurchase this one again. And it is what it is. Also, this burned my areas where I'm a little bit more prone to eczema and things like that. But that's normal because this is a scented lotion. I don't expect it to agree with like my sensitive areas, but there are sensitive lotion that I can put on my entire body and not feel that burning sensation. And plus I thought because this was plant-based that it would perform better on those areas, but it did not. So yeah, I couldn't recommend this to a sensitive skin girly, no matter how plant-based they claim they are. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, y'all, I'm almost done. So I have this Onyx Bathhouse Scrub in Winter Blossom. This has apricot oil added to this. This I use with my Snow Blossom Dove body wash. I'm currently going through my Onyx Bathhouse collection, and I only have probably like 2 left. Personally, Onyx Bathhouse usually like gets on my nerves with how like unscented they are. They're not like super fragrant, but this one was, and it's usually a scent that I don't like that they decide they want to be uber fragrant. So this actually kind of left a nice little floral scent on my skin, but when you're originally putting it on, it's a little bit annoying because it's like a little bit too floral for my liking. Would I repurchase this again? Of course not. No, I would not repurchase this again, but you know, it did what it was supposed to do. I probably would see about purchasing the ones that they now sell in Walmart now, because I think those are like a different formula, or at least different scents, and maybe they smell a little bit better, but I don't know. I also completed this Dove body scrub. They used to be called Dove body polishes, but they're now called Dove body scrubs. You guys saw that I had like a lot of rose things in this project, and not in this project, use it up, in this Empties. So this is the Himalayan salt and rose oil one. That's the one that I completed. This is in new packaging. And for some reason, it kind of gave me like a banana-esque vibe, which is the reason why I picked it up. Because I usually don't like rose scents, but it didn't give me like, oh, rose. Like it gave me like banana, like kind of banana with like a floral note to it. So that's the reason why I didn't have any issue with picking it up. But yeah, would I repurchase this again? Would I repurchase this again? Probably. No time soon though, but in the future. I also have this Dove exfoliating body polish in kiwi seeds and cool aloe. I believe this is my last one of this fragrance. I don't think I could repurchase this one again, because unless I purchased it off of Amazon, but because that's where I purchased this one off of anyways, because at that time that I started buying, they already discontinued this scent. But yeah, I don't think I would repurchase this anyways, because I feel like there's other fresh scents that I could pick up. And they recently came out with an Olay body scrub or body polish anyway. So I would pick up that for like a fresher scent than I would this, especially since they're not making it anymore. I usually like my products to be fairly new. I don't want it to be years and years old when I buy it. Like, absolutely not. Then I completed my Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub in the scent Moroccan Rose. Now, Moroccan Rose, this is my second jar of this. This was like the second fragrance that I ever used from Tree Hut. The very first one that I used from them was Marula and Jasmine, which they discontinued, which is the reason why I picked up Moroccan Rose. And the reason why I picked up Moroccan Rose again was because I started my Tree Hut collection, so I rebought any scents that was still in stock. Okay, this is a decent scent. It is very floral, so if you don't like floral scents, you may not like this one, but it's not too rose heavy to where I can't tolerate it. So that's the reason why I didn't mind this scent. When I put it back in the shower, it was already kind of like right here, so it was almost done, girl. So yeah, it was time for it to go. It kept its scent throughout the entirety of its lifetime in my collection. I also completed this little Dove Mini Hot Cocoa body scrub. They came out with a bigger size of it in 2024, but this is the 2023 version of it that I got at Target. This is pretty small, so would I purchase like this one again? No. But I will say I wasn't the biggest fan of how this smelled when I was in the shower. Like when you smell it like right now, it's like, oh, it's giving me hot cocoa. Okay. Like, yeah, right? Hot cocoa and marshmallows. But when I'm in the shower, it was giving me tamale masa. I was like, girl, I said, this smells like a scent that I'm very keen on. And the reason why I'm keen on it is because I used to make tamales like back in the day when I was working at a Hispanic store, international, more leaning Hispanic store. So I know what masa smells like, and this is what it was giving me in the shower. So would I repurchase this one again? No, but I have heard that people said that the newer version of it smelled a lot better than this one did, because it did start giving them a weirdish smell. So maybe that's what I'm smelling. Hopefully this video isn't too long, but if it is, I mean, it is what it is, okay? I'm doing my best. So here we have Candy Cane, a whipped shea body butter. I went ahead and completed this one. I saved this until I finally used that mint cookie cupcake because I used half of it when I had the native candy cane body wash in my collection, and now that I don't have that in my collection, I just had it sitting there until I used my last mint routine. So I like their scent in candy cane. This is something that I would more so stick with a body scrub than I would like get a whole body butter for. But then I'm also intrigued by EOS's peppermint cashmere that they released before Christmas and then restocked during the Christmas month, which was crazy to me. I felt disrespected at that one. Like, I did not like that release from EOS. Like, it didn't make any sense. But the candy cane one, I probably wouldn't repurchase that one. I also have this scrub from Enchanted in like the scent Falling For You. Well, with the name Falling For You. And this one is supposed to be a dupe of Attrape Reeves from Louis Vuitton. Okay, so I end up getting this for free. She sent me some items, like a couple or a few items that weren't in my purchase, because I bought like 12 of her body mists. So she added like free items. She added this 4-ounce Shea Sugar Scrub. She added like a couple wax melts, which I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I don't really burn wax. And then also she added like a little perfume perfume rollerball as well. So yeah, so when I got this, I was like, okay, I actually have this in one of the body mists that I purchased from her. And I just didn't know how I felt about it, because a lot of people talk about Attrape Reeves a lot. And I thought that I would really like it. But when I got it, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. So I felt the same way with the Shea Sugar Scrub. But let me tell you guys, when I got in the shower at my resort with my mother, I didn't get in the shower with her, okay? I was at the resort with my mother, but I was in the shower. I got in the shower and I was like, hold on. Not me having to circle back on this scent and may have to purchase it in a Shea Sugar Scrub again, maybe even a body oil. Like, after I'm done with the body mist, if I don't like the body mist, then I may just stick with the body oil or the Shea Sugar Scrub, depending on how I feel when I purchase the body oil. But the I keep saying Shea Sugar Scrub. The Sugar Scrub is a hit because it doesn't have any shea in here. I don't know why I keep saying that. The Sugar Scrub was a hit for me, especially in this scent. I would repurchase this scent for sure again. And this was a decent size for me to utilize to figure out if I even liked it enough. I think it was like 3.5 uses for me. But yeah. Also, I was not completing many candles, okay? This candle y'all see maybe burning back here. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's a candle right here that's burning. Is it burning? Yeah, it's burning. It's a candle back there that's burning. It's been burning since like February. Like, I stopped burning it after like February 15th, and it just stayed there for 30 plus years. But this was the last candle that I completed during that time, and that was Leather and Brandy. Now, this is a candle that I really wanted during my 2022. Man, it's stuff on here. Okay, it's stuff on here. Okay, this was a candle that I purchased during my 2022 purchase from Bath and Body Works, my very first candle day sale that I participated in. And I wanted this scent because I remember smelling it and I felt like I liked it, and I did like it, but it started to give me more like mahogany teak wood as it burned than what it does when it's just on cold. Gosh, it's irking me that it's stuff on here, but it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, would I repurchase this one again? Probably not. Like, I felt like it did what it was supposed to do. Especially because, like, I've never been like a candle lover, but then I went crazy on Bath and Body Works candles and then on Forever Mood candles like before that. And now I'm like I'm going through my like collection right now. Now I'm just going through my collection right now, and I got enough to last me for a couple years without me purchasing anything. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I completed this Dove Vitamin Care deodorant in lavender and chamomile. I do enjoy the Vitamin Care ones. I am aluminum free. I've been aluminum free since 2021, since mid 2021. So like I have to make sure that it is not that it does not have aluminum in there before I even think about purchasing it. So when I saw that those were those new scents, I was like, let me go ahead and try it out, girl. So when I went back in the store, I went back in HEB and I didn't see the Vitamin Care ones anymore. I don't know if they stopped selling them, but I think I purchased them all last year. I instead saw like one of them, but it was considered a whole body deodorant. So I don't know if they kind of discontinued the scents in the Vitamin Care and then just made some of them into all over deodorants, or if I just wasn't seeing it in the HEB that I was at, okay? Because that's where I made my entire purchase of the line. So would I repurchase that again? Yes, in the future if I could find it, but if I can't, then I will go back to my Secret's aluminum free deodorant, okay? Or maybe try some other stuff. I've been interested in like, what is it, Salt and Stone? They keep sending me ads. Like they keep showing me ads on YouTube and I've been intrigued. Okay. So yeah. Then we have this Beauty and Planet body dry oil. And this is argan oil and lavender. This is what this one looks like. I think I got this from like either a Marshalls or TJ Maxx a long time ago, but it was starting to have the carrier oil come out. So I had it for like a few years. I just know that I was going through my oils and I was like, girl, why do I still have this in my collection? And then me using that body deodorant also let me know that it doesn't have to go with a lavender routine for me to utilize it, because I have other things that are lavender, like a lavender lotion. So it is what it is. So I just made a point to get this one out of my collection as well throughout that time period. It does have a pump, which I liked as well. But toward the end, I did end up opening up the pump in order to get as much product out as I could. This is probably like the second, it's either the second or the third. No, I think it's the third. The third glazed dry body oil from House Urban that you guys have seen from me. And this is Poppy, and it is the scent Sandalwood and Bourbon. Okay, so Poppy came in the low-key trio that comes with 4 ounces. One is like the pure one, which is fragrance free. One is the original scent, which is like a rice flower shea scent. And then this one is Sandalwood Bourbon, which is more so their male scent. I do like House Urban body oils. They're more so an oil for like your body that has a scent to it than it is a perfumed oil. So keep that in mind. A little of this, too much of this, no matter what, to me, too much of any oil will make your body go sticky. So keep that in mind as well. I also have this Dr. Teal's Bath and Body Oil in Shea Butter. This one, although it says Shea Butter, it was more so giving me like cherry. So I put this in my shower last year when I brought in like that cherry body wash from Degree, but I didn't finish it last year. I finished it this year, of course. So yeah, this one's out of my collection, and I'm currently working on another body oil right now as well. I also have this natural cassia latte and sulfur soap that I got when I was in St. Lucia. This is ideal for acne, rash, liver spots, blackheads, and eczema. Okay, so yeah, this is what this one looked like. It was I literally got it when I was leaving St. Lucia. I was in the St. Lucia airport, so that's where I found that soap from. I used it with my unscented body wash that I currently have in my shower that I'm almost done with, that I was going to complete for this Empties, but I did not. Okay, I also have this Sweet Vanilla Fig body souffle from Philosophy. Yeah, so this was a small one. I completed this one I think on my trip, if not, or when I came back from my trip, one of those. It was 4 fluid ounces, so I completed this one. Was it my favorite thing to put on my body for like a moisturizer? No, but it did what it was supposed to do. I have some more soaps that I completed. I have this Suds Mint Mocha bar soap. And if you buy from Suds, what I would recommend is you buy from them and immediately start using the soaps. Don't let it sit in your collection. If you have 30 plus bars of soap, just wait, okay? So, because the scent will eventually start to die down, especially because it's like a natural soap. So keep that in mind. Okay. So this one is a Nudie Rudy bar soap in wasabi pear. This will smell pretty decent. In the box, outside of the box, it wasn't super fragrant, but it's a bar soap. So, I mean, it does what it was supposed to do. I also completed this Hermana's Beauty soap in Hershey Kisses. In Chocolate Kisses. Okay, it was in the shape of a Hershey Kiss, like a huge Hershey Kiss, and it was pretty fragrant. Like, I wasn't mad at this chocolate bar soap. Like, it was giving me very much like kind of like spiced chocolate. Like, I really like this one more than what I've been liking some of her like vanilla-esque bar soaps. This one was pretty good and it lasted pretty long. I also completed this Yummy soap in Apple Mania. I didn't know if this was supposed to be a pH balance soap, but that's what I used it like. I don't know. Honestly, the reason why I don't know is because I don't know if I was scared to use it down there, so I wasn't washing myself correctly, or it just wasn't doing what it was supposed to do, which lets me know that it's not like gonna help me with my pH balance. Okay, so I would just recommend, like, because on her website she doesn't tell you, hey, it's a pH balance soap, which I don't like. Like, tell me, girl, can I use this down there? Like, can I use this down there? So it wasn't telling me that. It says it's a Yanni and Body Bar, but I don't know how true that is because she has this on all of her bar soaps. So yeah, this was okay. The Apple Mania was not very appley. Okay, it was very, very light. Yeah. Would I repurchase this one again? No. I like the 24 and More bar soap, and that's from BessieGangWorld.com. I've told you guys about them like several times. So yeah. I also have this Trader Joe's Marula facial oil that I completed throughout this time. Now, I actually end up wasting this in my room, like on my dresser. So most of it was kind of like done because I wasted it. But I actually kind of like the idea of a facial oil. I use this as the moisturizer, like as my moisturizer. Yeah, I use this as my moisturizer, and my mom was like, my face looked oily, but like, it's either my face is gonna look oily or it's gonna look dry. So which one is it? Because when I put on regular moisturizers, my face is considered looking dry, so I'd rather look oily than dry. All right, you guys, I completed several wallflowers in this quarter. Okay, and the reason why I completed several wallflowers is because I picked up another wallflower that was scent control for my free gifts that I received like after December 31st. Okay, so like in my next couple of videos, you guys are going to hear me talk about like the fact that I'm trying not to buy the items that I'm trying not to buy in 2025, and I was trying to be mindful of that. So when I got a free item from Bath and Body Works, I used that free item on something that I can use that wasn't like body care, and that was another wallflower plug-in. Okay, so I moved the wallflower plug-in that I had in my room that was not scent control, that basically gave out the scent whenever it wanted, into my bathroom because that made more sense. And then I moved the scent control one into my room because I prefer my room to be a little bit more scented than my bathroom. Okay, so that's the reason why I was able to complete 5 in this quarter compared to the usual 2. So this one is Sweater Weather, and the home care Sweater Weather is a lot different from the body care Sweater Weather. The home care one smells like Christmas trees to me. So this one has notes of juniper berries, fresh sage, aromatic eucalyptus, and fresh woods. Okay. This one I completed in the stars. I actually did like this not body care. I actually did like this home care form. than I would on my body. I feel like In the Stars is more so made for home care for me, okay, than it is on my body, because I'm not really the biggest fan of the Baccarat Rouge DNA. Once I'm done with my Baccarat Rouge inspired things, I'm not going to say that I'm going to completely erase it from my collection, but I'm not going to have 15 million like others in how I do now. So yeah, this is In the Stars. This has sparkling bergamot, apricot blossom, and fluff sandalwood. Okay. Also, this kind of seems different. Like, it seems a little bit different from like their notes on their actual bottle, because I remember them having like 10,000 notes on the In the Stars bottle. So maybe that's the reason why I like it in the wallflower form. We also have Snowy Coconut Frost. Snowy Coconut Frost, some coconut scents can give me very much buttered popcorn, and this one was starting to give me that. So I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of that, and I wouldn't repurchase Snowy Coconut Frost again in home care. Okay. Iced coconut, white birch, and warm vanilla. We have Bright Christmas Morning. Bright Christmas Morning is a fruit punchy scent that I really like. It's ripe red berries, blood orange, and crisp apple. And then lastly, for the wallflower, I have Champagne Toast. This is what I brought in the new year on, because it's champagne toast, of course. And it is bubbly champagne, sparkling berries, and juicy tangerine. Now, with the scent control one, it smelled a lot better than it did when I used it in with the other one, because I was able to control how much scent I wanted to come out at a time. I have two pocket bacs that I completed. I completed Fresh Sparkling Snow with just like kind of like a fruity scent. And then I completed Frosted Coconut Snowball, which was okay. Wouldn't repurchase after this one. I don't know if I have another one in my collection, but it was an okay scent. Now the rest of my empties are perfumes, okay? So let's get to it. I completed the original My Way in the 0.5 fluid ounce. So that's a 15 milliliter. Would I repurchase this again? Yes. I plan on repurchasing my mom a bottle in the 100 milliliter, and then I plan on taking her 1 ounce bottle to keep for myself, because I feel like 1 ounce is good enough for me, especially with how many perfumes I have. But I did enjoy that scent. I do prefer the original EDP one over like the other ones. I also have this fragrance from Pick Me Up Parfums. Her name is not Pick Me Up Parfums anymore. It's now Vice Vive. And I found out about this from Benia McHale. And I ended up joining her Facebook group. So now that I've joined the Facebook group. She recently had another sale, and she plans on having one in like a week or so. So like April 12th. And I think she's going to be bringing back some of her older scents, and maybe Clean Hair may be a part of it. But I did like this one. Like, I didn't know how to feel about it at first, because it was kind of like soapy, but then it was like, it's like something, like it's not a soap that I'm used to smelling, but I liked it. Okay. So I would repurchase that one again. Don't know if I would repurchase a full 100 milliliter, but like I could do a 30. That one was a 15 milliliter, and her packaging is much better. Then we have Si Passione Eclate from Giorgio Armani. I was so glad to finally get rid of this one. I ended up getting this one for free when I bought that set of the Giorgio Armani My Way. This one is kind of a little bit too floral for my liking. I don't know what the original Si Passione smells like, but the Eclate version is a no for me. I also have this Alt fragrance in the travel size, 10 milliliter size, and this is Effing Fantastic, which is supposed to be a dupe of Tom Ford's Effing Fabulous. Okay, so completed that one. I have a Renewed Scents sample that they sent me when I made a purchase from them, and this is Aura. This is supposed to be White Peach and Jasmine, which is supposed to be inspired by Valaya. Now, when I purchased from them, they didn't have this scent on their site at all. So I don't know if they finally like made this available on their site, but I have the off non version of like a Valaya dupe, so I wouldn't repurchase this one, but it was cool for what it was. It kind of gave me like the glimpse of if I liked it or not, which is the reason why I ended up picking up that off non version. I also have this Aurabella one, and this is Window to Soul. Okay, this one is the one from, I think, who is it? Girl, it's one of, I think it's like, it's a model girl with a perfume called Orabella. I think it, now that I'm thinking about it, I think her name is Bella Hadid, okay? I think it's Bella Hadid, okay? So she came out with like 3 fragrances last year, and then I think she later on came out with a 4th one that was vanilla. But this one is supposed to be like fragrance with essential oils and things like that. It's supposed to be heavily fragrance with essential oils and things like that. It also is not alcohol based, so you have to actually shake up the fragrance to mix up the essential oils with the fragrance. It was cool. It's more so something I would wear out the shower. It's not something that I would pick up in a full size, because I went in and smelled it and realized that I wasn't the biggest fan of the scent. But I was like, okay, I kind of want to make sure that I'm not the biggest fan of it, so let me go ahead and like just purchase it in the smaller travel sizes. And I got what I wanted out of the fragrance, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I completed the full size of this Fantasy, the original Fantasy from Britney Spears. Okay, so this original Fantasy, as you guys can see, I don't know if y'all can see, but it still has like a little bit of liquid in it. But I don't know if like mine's is broken, or if like some of it, like they gave me like a little line that didn't go all the way to the bottom or something. But that's the reason why I couldn't get this liquid out. Like I tried, girl. I tried. I was like, girl, come out. And it did not. It didn't want to come out. It wanted to stay. Girl, it's not coming out. So I completed this one. I do have 10 more flankers of this, so it is what it is. So Fantasy, this is my favorite version of it so far. The original Fantasy is my favorite version of Fantasy from Britney Spears. So I would repurchase this in the future, but not anytime soon. Okay, my last 3 items. I completed this Lolia Wish perfume in a 3.4 ounce. This is what this one looked like. They have it, they still sell this, but it's more expensive. I got this from TJ Maxx like maybe a couple of years ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago. And I remember smelling it and I was like, okay, this is different. This is different. But I thought that because it was different, I liked it. But when I bought it home, I was like, it's different and I don't know how I feel about it. So I never really like love the fragrance throughout the lifetime of me having it, but it did what it was supposed to do. I completed it this year, and it is out of my collection. You can still purchase this, but it's going to be a different look to it now. But yeah. And then lastly, I completed these musk perfumes from All Rehab. I completed Choco Musk as well as Tootie Musk. Okay, Tootie Musk is kind of like a raspberry scent, and y'all are very popular with Choco Musk. It's like a chocolate vanilla scent. You guys are pretty popular with you. This is a pretty popular fragrance from like the Middle Eastern perfume craze that happened a couple of years ago. So yeah, you guys would have known about these scents already. Maybe not Tootie Musk, but for sure Choco Musk. And surprisingly, I would repurchase both of those scents again. Just no time soon. Okay guys, that wraps up the end of this product Empties. I know that it was a long video. I'm not even looking at how long I've been recording, but I'm parched. So I know it's been a long time. So if you got to the end of this video, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and most definitely subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.